Hey guys, Crypto Dad here again, and today I'm going to show you how to get the Exodus wallet set up. Now, the Exodus wallet is one of the most powerful and flexible wallets out there. It has a lot of different versions and configurations that you can use: desktop, Web3, mobile. So I'm going to try to cover all of its features, but I'm really going to focus on using Exodus along with a hardware-based wallet. They have support for Trezor devices, so I'm going to focus on the desktop version, using it in conjunction with my Trezor device. So let's jump in. So when we use this Trezor in conjunction with our Exodus wallet, the assets that are protected by the Trezor will be in a separate wallet within Exodus. So if you already have funds in your Exodus wallet and then you connect your Trezor, it will be a completely separate wallet. You'll be able to transfer assets back and forth, but keep in mind there's going to be a separation. And I'll point out in my Trezor suite that I already have some assets on this device, or more precisely being protected by this device or managed by this device. As you know, crypto is never on a device. It's always out there on the blockchain. The devices and the wallets just manage blockchain addresses. So just wanted to let you know that this particular Trezor has a little bit of Bitcoin and a little bit of Ethereum in it already. Just take note of these balances because we're going to see them in our Exodus wallet when we get everything connected. All right, so the first thing we'll do is download Exodus to our computer. I'll go ahead and disconnect the device because I want to focus on getting Exodus downloaded, set up, and installed and backed up before we deal with this part. All right, so we'll click download up here, and as I mentioned, there are several different versions of Exodus. We'll go ahead and focus on the desktop first. We'll click download and find our platform here. I'm running Windows. We'll just drop this in our downloads folder. And then when we're done, we can just double click here. It's going to install Exodus, and then after the install, we can just click OK. All right, so the first thing we'll want to do is get the wallet backed up. There should be an alert in your settings, but if not, you can simply go over there to settings, and you'll want to go here to backup. First thing you'll do is set a password. All right, and then we're going to write down our backup phrase. Exodus is going to give us a 12-word backup phrase. This can be used to restore the wallet if anything happens to our computer, if we need to reinstall on a different machine, something like that. So make sure that you keep this passphrase safe and secure. Always know where it is and never reveal it to anyone else. A lot of people lose crypto by revealing their backup phrase to other people. They can do the same thing wherever they are in the world. If they have your backup phrase, they can install the wallet and restore your cryptocurrency by using your backup phrase. And then they'll have access to all of your crypto. So don't ever reveal this phrase to anyone for any reason. Even if they claim to be from tech support or they're trying to help you recover crypto, whatever it is, don't reveal that seed phrase to anyone. All right, so I'm going to reveal it to myself here. You notice that when you hover over the numbers, you'll see the words. So just grab a piece of paper, number it, and write down your seed phrase. So I have a sheet of paper, I've numbered it, and I've noted the name of the wallet and the date. In case you have more than one wallet laying around, it's a good idea to label your recovery phrases. And I'll just go over to the wallet on my computer and hover over each number so that I can get this phrase written down. All right, and once you've got all of those words written down on your piece of paper, you can finish up. Now you're going to want to verify that phrase, so just refer to your sheet of paper. Look on your sheet of paper. Here they're asking me for the 10th word. They might ask you for a different one. I'll just find that 10th word, click it, and choose done. All right, they only asked me for one. That was fine. So we have two elements of security. We've got the password that we created, and Exodus does not have access to this password. There's no way they can help you reset this password, only you. If you choose reset, you're going to need to enter your current password. This is just a change if you want to change your password, right? So there's no way to contact tech support if you lose access to this password, right? So in order to reset it, you need the original. All right, and then the recovery phrase, you can view it again if you don't get it backed up the first time, as long as the wallet is functional, right? You can view this over and over again from the wallet if you need to. So make sure no one has access to this. Don't let anyone else know the password. If you're not using it, turn it off. Log out of the wallet so that no one can come along, because they would be able to view your recovery phrase once they had access to the wallet. So you've got your password to protect physical access, and then you've got your recovery phrase in case something happens and you need to do a restore. And you'll notice here on the home page that you can import wallets, right? The entire application will restart, and then you'll enter the seed phrase. So if, for example, your computer crashed and you installed Exodus on a new computer, then instead of backing up like we just did, you would hit import, and you would be able to import the previous wallet. If we go over here to the settings and then go to device, by default, the detect Trezor is enabled. You can disable this if you want to, but it is enabled by default. They also have a sync. So as I mentioned, there were several different platforms that you could install Exodus on. We could sync other devices. So we can see this QR code if we want to download the mobile version. All right, so I'll go over to the Apple Store, download the mobile version here. All right, just make sure that the icon matches. In this case, we'll say I already have a wallet, and we'll choose QR code, and we'll sync up to the computer. All right, it's going to open up the camera, and we'll go ahead and choose sync to device on the desktop. We'll show the QR code, and then we'll use the camera to sync up. All right, so we'll choose continue and restart. All right, so now we have the two devices synced up. And basically they're just two different devices that are pointing to the same address on the blockchain. So you can add crypto on the phone and it'll show up on the desktop. You can add crypto from the desktop and it'll show up on the phone, vice versa. So they're basically just two different interfaces to the same wallets on the blockchain, which is pretty cool. Now let's check the Web3, see how that works. So if we want to install the wallet in Brave, we'll go ahead and add the extension in Brave. All right, and now for the Web3 wallet, I'll say that I already have a wallet. And in the Web3 case, we're going to need to use that backup phrase that I wrote down. In the previous step, I have this piece of paper with my seed phrase on it, and I'll go ahead and enter the 12 words here in the web version. All right, and once you've got all those words entered, you'll hit restore. You can use the same password that you're using for the desktop version. They're not really connected to each other. Security-wise, it might make sense to use a different password across the different platforms. It's entirely up to you. All right. And then we can continue here. And so now we have access to the same wallet from our Web3 interface. So I've synced all three of the different devices. And of course, we still have an empty wallet. We don't have anything in any of the wallets yet. You can close that off. I can go ahead and pin the extension if I want to, so that I can have quick access to it in my browser. So we'll go back to the desktop, go back to the home here. And so there are different ways to fund the wallet. You can make a deposit by transferring crypto from another location. So if you have a cryptocurrency exchange like Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, and you've purchased crypto on those platforms, this is where you would transfer that crypto in. You can buy crypto directly from within Exodus. Let's see how that works. So let's say we'd like to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. You would be using MoonPay to do that. So if you choose continue, it's going to direct you to the MoonPay website. You would either need to sign up for an account, or if you already have a MoonPay account, you can connect to it. All right, and so you're basically going to need to get signed up for the service here. And so you would need a credit card or a debit card for this particular service. I would prefer to use my bank. The fees would be less, so I'll just use a cryptocurrency exchange that I already have access to. So in my Coinbase account, you can see that I have a little bit of Solana. So let's deposit some of this Solana into our Exodus wallet. We'll go back here and do the receive option, and then we'll search for our asset, Solana. All right, and they're going to give us a Solana address. We can copy that into our clipboard, go back over to our Coinbase and make a withdraw. They call it send. All right, I'll just go ahead and send it all. It's not that much. It's just a small test. If you have large amounts, I would always recommend doing small test transactions first to make sure that everything works. I'll paste in the address of my Exodus wallet, and then I'll go ahead and send, and I'll need my Coinbase authorization, my two-factor for Coinbase. All right, and so that transfer worked out. We can go back here. All right, and so the Solana came into the wallet pretty quickly. And so now they're asking me to go ahead and download the web version, which we've already done. So we can dismiss this. So you can see now that we have Solana in the desktop-based wallet. And as I mentioned, that we've got all three wallets synced up. So let's check. Let's go over to Brave. Let's go to our Exodus wallet here. And you can see that there's a balance in the wallet now. If we go to the wallet section, you'll notice that the Solana has come in. Let's check our phone app. All right, and you can see that the phone app now has the Solana balance. So I downloaded the desktop version. I got it set up, backed up, and then I synced it with the phone app and the Web3 browser-based app. And all three wallets reflect the same balances. As I mentioned, it didn't really matter which wallet I used to make the deposit. It would have shown up in the other two as well. So you've got all three wallets synced. Now let's go ahead and go back to the desktop and connect our Trezor device. And I'll show you how that works. As I mentioned, in the settings under devices, we have detect Trezor. So I'll go ahead and connect my Trezor device. I've got my cable here. I'll go ahead and connect it. And I'll need to enter the PIN. All right. Notice as soon as I do that and it's connected and the PIN is entered, Exodus detects it. Now I can even access hidden wallets if I have hidden wallets with passphrases, but I'm just using the standard wallet, so I'll click continue. All right, and we'll choose connect here, and we'll need to confirm this on our device. So the Trezor device will ask us if we want to connect. We'll choose the check mark there. And then you'll see this pairing in progress. We're going to need to confirm one more time on the device. Right? The device is asking me for another confirmation. And so it has detected the cryptos that were being managed on the Trezor. As I showed you over in my Trezor suite, we'll choose connect to portfolio. Right, and notice there's a separation, right? So I have my hardware wallet, which is the Trezor, and if I go over to the wallet section, I can manage Bitcoin or Ethereum, and notice that it indicates that this is the hardware wallet. And if we go back to the portfolio section, I can see the separation of assets that are being managed on the hardware device. Then if we go back here, we can see the standalone balance. Now, remember, we backed up the Exodus wallet with a 12-word recovery phrase. Now, the assets that are on the Trezor are protected by the Trezor device, and the Trezor device has its own backup phrase, which is separate from Exodus. So when you connect your Trezor to Exodus, it's just managing the assets that are on the device, right? And we can transfer the assets back and forth if we want to between the two wallets, but there will always be a separation, right? You're managing either the hardware wallet or the Exodus software wallet. Also, if you want to see the hardware wallet, I don't think you have access to it from the web interface. So if we go over to the web interface, you can see the assets there, but we don't have access to the hardware device, right? So we're only synced up to the desktop assets. The same with the phone. We're only going to see the desktop assets synced up to the phone. There's no way to connect the Trezor to your phone, right? So if you want to manage your Trezor device with Exodus, it only works in the desktop version. So if we use our hardware wallet, we have access to all of the features in Exodus, which is pretty cool. All right, so if we go over to the swap, so you can see it sees the balance of the Bitcoin that's being managed on my hardware device. And I could swap that for Ethereum, but I would need a little more Bitcoin. There is a minimum. And this is done with decentralized exchanges. Exodus is an aggregator. It'll interface with decentralized exchanges, allowing you to do these swaps from within the Exodus interface. So that's pretty cool. But of course, you need to have some assets first, right? So if you need to get assets in, you'll have to either deposit them from exchanges or other wallets, or use their MoonPay interface. If you want to use MoonPay and a debit card or a credit card, you can purchase assets that way. Once you have the assets, then you'll be able to swap them in a decentralized manner, right? All right, so you have this buy interface. You've got the sell interface, which also uses MoonPay. You can also stake your crypto from within the Exodus wallet. So if you have any of these assets, then you can stake. I don't have any of these assets on the hardware wallet, but if we went back to the Exodus, where I have the Solana, we can try that. Right, and I could stake the Solana that I'm storing in the wallet. This is just a small test balance anyway, and you can do all that within the Exodus desktop. And you should be able to do all of that on your phone as well. So you could initiate all of this from the phone or the Web3 as well. And you can stake from within the Web3 interface, and then even on the phone, you could do that, as long as you have the asset in your wallet. So pretty nice, right? We've got buy, sell, send, receive. We have swap from within Exodus. We have staking from within Exodus. And then if you set up your wallet carefully, starting with the desktop, you can get all of your devices synced up to the same wallet so that you won't be doing separate things on different devices, right? It might be confusing if you have one wallet for the phone that's not connected to the desktop. It might get confusing. Or if you want to, you could use Exodus separately on all your different devices and manage things that way if you want to do that. I kind of like the synced up method myself. If you have any questions about anything I did, please throw them up in the comments and I'll do my best to get them answered. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me and hope to see you again soon.